Let us now simulate a three-phase rectifier as discussed in this week. Let me first create a new folder. I'll name it as rectifier three-phase. So you have that here. Then I'll move to this rectifier circuit, single phase circuit that we simulated last time. I will copy the schematic, the symbol and the model. These three items I will copy and move back to this three-phase rectifier folder and paste it there. So we have the schematic and the models and the symbols. So let us open this. So when you open this, you see that all the diodes components are being indicated as question marks here, which means that it is not able to find the location or path to the symbol and the model. If you look at the manage symbol libraries, go there, you will see that our my components library is not visible, and therefore we have to do that. So first time, because there is no project file, now when you open it the first time, a project file is created. So let me close this. So you see that a project file is created. So you open this. So first time you will have to open this rectifier schematic. When you copy it from some other place, a project file gets created. To open this, click on the symbol library editor. So it will open the symbol library editor, and here you see my component is not there. We will go to this add an existing library. Let us add that. So in that we had copied modern symbols. So go to symbols, pick this my components library, open it, put it into this project, and that's it. So you see now here all the components are now visible, available. So you can close this. So I want to close that. You see that there is a symbol library table that gets created. So now the paths will be declared. When you double click on rectifier.schematic again, you should see all the components coming up, and then if I click on that, you will see that the library my components it is picking from that properly. So this is now you are copied from another folder into this, and then you are now ready to edit this to fit your new design. So in our new design, the new circuit that we would do here is supposed to be a three-phase circuit. So let me first edit this label. Let me edit this. I will make it three-phase full bridge rectifier C filter circuit. So this is a new title. Okay, so now we have to edit this circuit. So let us add one more arm, two more diodes, and one more arm for this. So let me delete this wire. Let me delete this wire, and let me make some space. What I will do is I will mark this and move it for the moment. Then we will adjust the space again, and then we have space to add one more set of diodes. Go into the place components and let us pick the diodes from my computer's power diode and pick them. Place one more diode you need. Let us pick that and place it here. So you have the two components. Let me change the mouse or the cursor to the selection mode. Right click, orientation, counterclockwise. Same you do for the other device also, and that's it. So now let me align this. I will move that. I will move this diode and align it along with this. Then I will move the bottom diode and aligning it with the bottom parts. Now this way you place the parts, and now you need to connect the circuit. So let me move this block closer, bit closer. Yes, this should be fine. And now you have the load portion of the circuit. Let me choose the wire. Let me make the connections. So made the connection there, and let me connect the bottom, and let me interconnect this. So you now have an arm included. I could name this diode, added diode. So you have D1, D2, D3, D4. So let me make it edit reference. I will make it D5 and D6 and D6. So we have the bridge part ready. Now the source part, we have to redo the source part. Let me move this control part here, so that I have some space to play around with. I will place it here, and let us do some edits here. I will delete this wire. I will also delete the wire connected to the label, and move the label aside, so that now we have space. We need to include two more arms. So you have phase A, phase B and phase C. Phase B and C we have to incorporate, which means I need a source, inductor, a track inductance and a track resistance coming into the picture for each phase. So let us do that. Let me zoom in. Let me pick the component place. I'll go into the component place in my components library. Let me pick source. So I will need two sources, one for B and I will need one more for C. So these are the two sources. They will have similar sign type, but only now we need to give phase shift of minus 120 degrees with respect to each other. Okay, then we will pick the inductance also. So let me pick the inductance L. So there is this L. Pick the inductance. Two inductances you need, and I will need two resistances too. So let us pick that also. So I put this one resistance and one more I will take and place it here. So I have all the components, I need to connect them. So let me do that. I will go into the selection mode cursor and let us make some space. So let me shift this, let me move this a bit away, and this value, let us move it to the right side. Okay, so I have some space here. Move this. Yeah. And let me move the reference. Move the reference here and move the value here, probably here. Then same thing I will do for this also. I will move the reference here and move the value here. I will move this resistance . I will make these adjustments. and inductor value also, inductor component also, let us move it. So let me move the reference here. Let me move the component, so you can actually manage all this positioning. I'm just indicating to you how you can do that. Then now I can place this source here, and I will place this source in line with this here. So you have the three sources, and I can have the value moved to the right. Same way I will have the value of this moved to the right. So now we need to join them. So let me pick the wire and I will join in this fashion. And I will join this here. So I am joining them to the bridge center points. So this is okay, and I will join the neutrals. We'll call this one as the neutrals. This is the neutral of the source, and I can change the cursor, take this label, move it here, and then I will call that label as N. Right, so double click on this label and let us call that as neutral N. So you have the circuit. So we need to give the value for each of these source. So A, B, C. So let us type in the value also. So let me first enter the reference values for this. Edit reference. This will be L2 and this will be L3, and here R2 and R3 and R3. So I have this, and I will give the same value for the inductor as I had given for the other phase, 0.01 micro Henry. Edit value 0.01 micro Henry. Likewise for the resistances, 0.1 milliohms. And likewise for the other one also 0.1 milliohm. So you have it all here. So this is A phase. Okay, we can call it as RYB. So let me name this as A phase, doesn't matter. So we will leave it at that. You can do that. You can rename it as you wish. And let me see the whole circuit. Now that whole circuit is complete as you see it here. We need to give the sources the reference, edit V1, V2 and V3, and let us give the source value, edit value, and this will be a sine source, sine. I will just write down what we had written for the others 325, 50 Hertz, 0, 0, 0. Okay, but here we need to do one change. Let me give a phase shift minus 120 degrees. So in time corresponds to 6.66 milliseconds, because these are time values. So 50 Hertz minus 120 degrees phase shifted. In time 20 milliseconds represents 360. So therefore 360 degrees 120 degrees is minus 6.66 milliseconds. So that we place it there. Let me move it here. So let us edit this value also, and I will place it sine 0, 325, 50 Hertz minus 13.33 milliseconds, and we have minus 240 degree phase shifted sine wave. So now we have all the components placed and the values given. Let us save this. Let me do one more thing. I have to change the L1, L2, L3. There cannot be two L1s, L2s. So I am just going to edit this now, reference as L4. Or you could auto annotate as I showed you last time. R2, there are two. I can call this one as edit reference. I will call this one as RL. And here in the plot, it is not VA to B. We change this one to neutral. So let me double click on that and plot VA to N. That is the A phase neutral voltage, phase to neutral voltage. V0 is the output voltage with respect to the circuit ground, and IV1 is the current through the A phase voltage. So now we can save this. Go to tools, generate netlist, spice netlist, generate it and save it into .cir file. Annotate, and we can go to the folder. So you have rectifier.cir, double click on that, and you have your entire netlist, and you have the control statements here. So transient analysis run, we are setting the background to white, foreground to black, and then we are seeing these waveforms. And you see that we have not given pads to, if I go back here, we have not given the labels here. So it is going to auto generate the node names for that. I will let you to put a label and then give values to the node names. Let us simulate this. So for that, I have to open a command window. So I opened the command window and I have gone to that particular folder location path. So I am in that rectifier 3-phase, list that. So you have all the files. So I am going to execute this rectifier.cir, which we just saw. So ngspice rectifier.cir. So you have the simulation going through. So this is the output voltage with the ripple. This is the phase voltage, A phase to neutral voltage, the current waveforms through the A phase voltages. I will allow you to explore other waveforms and also analyze the currents and the voltages that you are getting here with respect to the theory that we discussed.